Have you ever found yourself, in an English conversation, maybe with a native speaker, and you felt like, well, you had all the words, right? But something just wasn't quite clicking. Like your message got across, sure, but maybe without that natural flow, that confidence you hear sometimes.
Yeah, that ease.
Exactly. And you might think, oh, I just need more vocabulary. But what we've been digging into suggests there's maybe a deeper truth there. So today, that's what we're unpacking. Our mission here is really to give you some powerful insights, some actual steps you can take to unlock your most effective English voice.
Right.
We've looked at some really comprehensive guides focusing on everyday idioms and also pronunciation. And I promise you, there are some real aha moments in here that might just reframe how you think about the language.
Yep.
Okay, let's get into it.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating, I think, is how often speakers, even with great vocabulary, might be misunderstood. And it's not the word choice, It's often these subtle things, the sounds, the stress, maybe the intonation that native speakers just, subconsciously expect. We saw one study, actually, that suggested even shifting the stress on a single syllable word can, drop comprehension by over 30%, especially in faster chats.
Wow, 30%. That's huge.
It is. And that's a big aha moment right there. It's not only about getting the individual sounds perfect, but nailing the rhythm and the melody of English.
The music of it almost.
Exactly. And getting that clarity, that naturally builds your confidence. It makes your English just sound more, authentic, fluent.
Okay, that makes sense.
And, that idea of sounding natural isn't just about the sounds, is it? It's also how we use language, the context.
Okay. So idioms come in here.
Precisely. That brings us right to idioms, these expressions where, the meaning isn't obvious just from the words, like break the ice, we all know that one.
Yeah, start a conversation.
Right, or hit the sack, meaning go to sleep. But what our sources really stress is that the power isn't just knowing the definition. It's understanding the sort of cultural feel they have and knowing when to use them effectively, for impact.
The secret code?
Kind of, like the secret handshake of native English, yeah. They add this flair, this nuance that, direct translation often just misses.
That's a really interesting way to put it. So clarity and rhythm over like a perfect accent and then this cultural nuance with idioms. Okay, so if someone listening has spent ages trying to, erase their accent, what's the first step to shift towards just being clear and confident?
Great question. I think the first shift is mental. It's recognizing the goal isn't to sound like someone else entirely.
Okay.
The goal is just making sure every word you say lands clearly, effortlessly understood. So start by really listening, actively listening. Well, don't just listen for the words.
Yeah.
Pay attention to how speakers link sounds together, where they put the emphasis, the stress, and the rise and fall of their voice, the intonation.
Right, the melody again.
Exactly. And then this is crucial for fixing things yourself, record yourself speaking.
Oh, the dreaded recording.
I know. But it's often really surprising how different we actually sound compared to how we think we sound. That feedback loop, hearing yourself, it's incredibly powerful for making adjustments.
That makes total sense, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. And when we talk about those tricky English sounds, beyond the classic three versus tree, what's a simple way to tackle those nuances?
Well, those minimal pairs, like you said, three and tree, or maybe ship versus sheep, or think versus sink, they're definitely foundational. You got to get those distinct.
Right.
But to really get a feel for word and sentence stress, which is super important, try exaggerating it at first.
Exaggerate.
Yeah. Take a word like present. It can be a noun or a verb, right? So say, I have a PRV scent, really hitting that first syllable. Then say, I want to present it, hitting the second. Overdoing it like that helps your ear and your mouth feel the difference.
I see. Like training the muscles.
Exactly. Those subtle shifts make a huge difference in meaning and just how natural it sounds. It reminds me, I had a student once who kept saying, I love to eat sheep when they meant ship.
Oh, dear.
Right. Small sound difference, massive image difference. And those little moments, they really show why it's about precision, Wow. Not necessarily perfection, just clarity.
That's a fantastic, really practical tip for something that can feel a bit abstract sometimes. Okay, what about that shadowing thing you mentioned? How does that technique work?
Shadowing. Yeah, that's where you basically repeat what a native speaker says, almost immediately after them.
Like an echo?
Pretty much. And it's incredibly effective, not just for catching individual sounds, but for really internalizing the rhythm, the flow of English.
Yeah.
Think of it like dancing to the language. Your mouth starts to mimic the native speaker's timing and intonation.
So how do you actually do it?
Good way to start is find a short audio clip, maybe 30 seconds, from a podcast, show, whatever, and just try to copy the intonation, the speed, the rhythm. Don't worry if you miss words at first.
Just mimic the sound pattern.
Exactly. It trains your mouth muscles and your ear at the same time. Really powerful.
Okay, interesting. So as we kind of wrap up this deep dive then, let's connect these dots. It sounds like getting to that effective, confident English speaking. It's not really about strict grammar rules, is it? It's more strategic practice, consistently.
Exactly right. It's strategic, consistent practice. And when you think about idioms, remember they're like, well, cultural shortcuts. They make your English sound genuinely fluent, more natural.
Right.
So beyond break the ice or hit the sack, think about something like cost an arm and a leg.
Yeah, I mean, it's very expensive.
Right. It's simple, it's evocative, and it just sounds more natural, carries more weight than just saying very expensive. The real key with idioms is not just memorizing lists, it's feeling the situation they fit.
Understanding the when and why.
Precisely. And then for pronunciation, the big takeaways are clarity, confidence, sounding natural. It's not about getting some perfect native accent.
Okay.
We talked about really listening, recording yourself, mastering those tricky sounds, those minimal pairs, understanding word stress, like present versus present, and sentence stress too. The shadowing technique, like we just discussed, total game changer for rhythm. And, don't forget tongue twisters. They're good for agility. Plus asking for feedback. And maybe the most important thing, just being consistent. Little bit every day.
It definitely seems like those small, deliberate steps you take, maybe learning 1 or 2 idioms a week, or just doing 5 minutes of shadowing with a clip, they can really add up, lead to huge progress in how easily you communicate.
Absolutely. Monumental progress over time.
So here's something for you, the listener, to think about. How are you going to take these ideas, these insights about idioms and pronunciation, and actually weave them into your daily life, into your practice? How will you start owning your confident, effective English voice starting today?